It's Week 13 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Amari Cooper, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Bills and the Niners on Sunday night primetime.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Coleman, the man in motion left.
Allen going to go to the air right away.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They run it again with Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The Bills at 10-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Give them 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Throwing now is Allen on the move to his left.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Now Allen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Allen now on third and goal. And caught by Cooper for a Bills touchdown. Right now, we're all even. It's a tie game as we drop you back in and the offense gets set to take over. They start the drive with Cook.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Allen rolling to his right.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll...
Offense ready to go for their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, The open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Allen going to throw. He'll buy some time right.
That is caught. Kincaid with it.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Now Allen going to change it up.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. Now Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. To throw, it's Allen. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
And now they'll shift things around.
Here's Allen.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To the air, Allen.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown.
Khalil Shakir.
34 yards.
And the Bills will extend their...
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Again, it's Cook.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now an option play on second down.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has now been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Allen.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Davis. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Allen now on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues.
5 wide. What's that?
Now Allen throwing to start the drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Allen going to change this at the line.
Allen now off play action, steps away, and he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. Flush to his right. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Allen to throw once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Critical play. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession?
Now they'll change things up.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
James Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on fourth down. And now that might...
Late stages of the game here in the fourth quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Now a 3rd and 6.
They run the counter with Cook. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Allen going to go on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bills extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's a higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Bills, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.